And we are live.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the March edition of the Victor Town Hall. I'm Tim Terranova, the proud superintendent of Victor Central School District. And actually, we're pretty excited because this is the first town hall since October that's been light out when we've had it. So we're definitely headed towards spring this week. And we are lucky to have some amazing student athletes on with us tonight. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you and tell you what sport they've excelled at and what grade they're in. So why don't we start with Simon and Charlie?
Hi, my name is Simon Cole, and I play hockey, and I am a senior.
I'm Charlie Seiler. I'm also a senior, and I also play hockey.
And what was the accomplishment of hockey this year?
Winning sectionals.
Winning sectionals. Great team. Excellent. Mason, how about you?
Yeah. My name is Mason. I'm a junior, and I do wrestling.
And what did you accomplish in wrestling this year, Mason?
I won sectionals.
What weight class?
285.
280. You don't weigh 285, do you?
Yeah, I'm like 240.
Really?
Yeah.
Mason's a junior, by the way. Great to have you on, Mason. Mackenzie, you're next.
My name's Mackenzie. I'm a senior and I'm a thrower on the track team.
And what did you accomplish? I mean, you accomplished a lot this year, but what was the major accomplishment?
We won team sectionals.
Yes, for girls, indoor track and field.
Yes.
Great to have you, Mackenzie. Dre.
Hi, I'm Dre. I do track. I'm a senior, and I won individual for sectionals for throwing.
The shot for the throw or the shot put? Which one was it?
Shot put.
Shot put. Okay, Dre. Thank you. And then last but not least, Emma and Andrew.
Yeah, I'm Andrew Goodell. I'm a senior, and I won the boys 55 hurdles at indoor sectionals this year.
I'm Emma Goodell, and I'm a sophomore, and I won the individual hurdles and high jump as well as the girls' team sectional title.
So we have some tremendous athletes on with us tonight, and just glad to have all of you on. Thanks for taking the time. I know you're very busy people, so we won't have you on too long. But I want to start off. We could start off with Simon and Charlie. Talk about the hockey team this year a little bit, and I guess its accomplishments and what really you feel helped you achieve the sectional title this year in hockey.
So yeah, definitely a rough year last year, and coming back this year, we had 12 returning seniors and the biggest senior class that hockey's ever had. And we all really wanted to come together and be a team, and that's exactly what we did. And we had goals set for the season, and we accomplished so many of those goals. And one of those goals was winning sectionals and becoming a family. And I would say all 25 of us became a family, and we all won sectionals. So for that to happen, like to make dreams come true and stuff like that, like the team chemistry, the coaching staff, especially Coach Ferrari, like he's put so much time and effort into every day for us, not even just being better hockey players, just being great men.
Charlie, you want to add anything to that? What do you think was like one of the major reasons you guys were so successful?
I think at the beginning of the year, Coach decided that we wouldn't have any captains this year, and view like pretty much our whole team is our whole team is captains, and so everyone felt like they could step up and feel more comfortable with the team, and anyone could step up and nobody's too powerful in the team. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yeah. No. That makes a lot of sense. So actually, basically, everybody had to step up as leaders.
Yes.
Great. Awesome. Thank you. Dre, talk a little bit about how you managed to win the sectionals in the shot put, and where'd you start in terms of track? When did you start in it, and when did this all happen?
I started track in 10th grade, and I didn't take it too serious. I only did it because I wanted to prove Andrew I was faster than him. But, that didn't work out for me. But the only reason I had success in the shot put for sectional is because my coach Horst, he pushed me hard and made me work pretty much every day.
You've been doing the shot put since 10th grade?
Yeah, well, I did it 10th, and then 11th grade was a buffer year, really, and then 12th grade. That's when I really started doing it.
How much greater do you throw the shot put now than you did 2 years ago?
Like 12, 13 feet.
That's amazing. It's a huge accomplishment too. Thanks, Dre.
Thank you.
And Mason, sectional champion at 285 pounds. That cannot be easy. When did you start wrestling, and how did this happen?
I started when I was really young. I'm not sure what grade, but around fourth, fifth, something like that. And I quit baseball, so my parents just signed me up for wrestling, and I tried it out, and I like the sport.
And so you're a junior, right?
Yeah, correct.
How far did you get last year?
Last year, I placed at sectionals, and then I also placed at super sectionals.
So did you, obviously this was a goal for you this year to win the sectionals, but how difficult was that to do?
Definitely a lot of hard work. It was a lot of work, but I want to thank my coach for that. They kind of pushed me to my limit and pushed me to be the best I can be.
That's
And that
awesome.
helped me.
Thanks, Mason. And Mackenzie, talk about your event in track and how obviously you contributed to the sectional championship.
Yeah, so my main throwing event is weight throw. I think honestly, I know Dre mentioned him before, but Coach Horst has really put in a ton of effort this year in like looking for more drills and stuff to do to help us improve. But really, it's just a lot of hours of drilling and a lot of hours in the weight room trying to improve both strength and form to get the marks that we're looking for.
Yeah, so coaching obviously has a huge impact.
Yeah.
Were you pretty confident about the team winning the championship, or was that something that was kind of a surprise?
Honestly, yes. So all my past 3 years being at sectionals, we've been runner up every single year. So it's kind of one of those things that was bound to happen sooner or later. But this year we really had a lot of depth across the entire team. So we had people placing in just about every event that we were entered in sectionals, which was really amazing to see.
All right, thank you very much. And Emma and Andrew, talk a little bit about your journey in track and field, and you got a unique situation. Your brother and sister, your parents are obviously your dad's the head coach, your mom is heavily involved, so you got a track family. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, that's always been an underlying thing in our family. Like we were going to be doing track at some point. We got exposed to it early and just kind of really built a relationship with the sport at a young age. And we've just kind of grown as people and as athletes in the sport as we've gotten older.
Emma, anything to add around that?
Yeah, I think being on a team with as much support as we have right now, I think the girls going into sectionals, we all really did just kind of feel like a family, even though there were so many different event groups. We all wanted it, and it truly showed in the scores and the dedication we all put towards getting our title as sectional champions.
Now, how about the high jump for you? Because your main event is obviously it's hurdles and
Yeah.
running. When did you start the high jump, and how did you manage to be so effective in that event?
I dabbled with high jump my 8th grade year when I first came on the team. And then I took a break. I took a gap year. And then I came back this year, probably like maybe like 3 weeks ahead of sectionals. I told Coach Odell I wanted to try it, and because I needed something new, needed a break from hurdles. And so I tried out high jump. I found that I really liked it. And then I just put in constant effort every single week and got myself to sectionals. And then I wasn't even expecting to win it, but I just kept going, kept putting all the effort in that I could, had lots of fun along the way, and ended up winning.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emma. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah.
And then next question is, and this is a big one for people, what do you think you learned from athletics that really helps you in life? And we can go back to Simon and Charlie on this one. Stuff about hockey or just overall athletics that's really impacted your life and helps you.
I'd say what I've learned is I've learned about my work ethic and dedication towards something. You know, not just the sport. You can. I've learned about like how I can be dedicated to that sport in the future. Like say when I go to college next year, playing hockey and putting like a bunch of work and dedication into that sport is really going to help me.
Charlie,
Like,
how long you
throughout-
been playing? How long you been playing hockey, Charlie?
Since I think I was around 5 or 6 years old.
Wow. At any time between the ages of 5 and what are you now, 17, 18?
17.
At any time in the ages between 5 and 17, did you feel like maybe not playing anymore? Or have you always had this burning desire to just keep going, moving up and playing?
I've always loved the sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Simon, how about you? What have you learned from hockey that really has
Yeah, to
helped you in
build
life?
off that with Charlie, like the things I've learned, like have got me to things here today, like the friendships, the culture, the atmosphere, just having that feeling with the school pride, playing for your school, always trying to do better things. Like Coach Ferrari harps on like being a better person, like turning the other cheek if something doesn't happen. Golden rule is definitely a big one that our team went by this year, and that just he gave us life lessons that we will have for the rest of our life. And like I said earlier, like it's not just teaching us about hockey, it's teaching us to be the better people and just doing the right thing because you never know when anyone's looking, like what could happen. And always being nice to someone. You don't know what connections they have and stuff like that. And that's what I feel this hockey has done to me. It's just gave me connections, gave me opportunities, and given me paths to play for my school and just enjoy the game that I love.
That's awesome. And then Emma and Andrew, I'll jump over to you guys. What have you learned from athletics? And I know you do a lot of different things. So what have you learned from athletics to help you in life?
Yeah, I think the thing that's different about track from other sports is the really individual aspects. You're gonna get out what you put in, and just the pure like dedication and hours. Like it just really shows you like when you put your nose down, and just like grind something out that results can follow.
And I think that, as he said, track is very individual. And although it is individual, I think there's also a team aspect that comes out of it. You need to learn how to trust yourself as well as the people around you. Ask for help when you need it. And even when things get tough and like you're starting to go through some challenges, like things are getting uncomfortable with training, you just need to keep pushing through because you're gonna end up pushing through to a greater spot. You're gonna keep excelling with all the work that you're putting in.
That's a great answer, Emma. And Andrew, real quick, summarize the injuries you've had since last year and then how it ended up this year in indoor track.
Man, there's a list. So, gotten torn both hamstrings, tore my labrum, but at the end of the day, just a lot of time, like knowing my body, I had to know like I had to ease up and just start focusing on myself rather than the sport, which was a tough decision. But at the end of the day, it pays off to just kind of do the work for yourself at some points. That recovery ended up leading me back to be stronger than I ever was before. I ended up a sectional champion, qualifying for a national meet and competing at one of the biggest stages of my life.
How many 50, was it the 55 hurdles?
Yeah,
How many of those did you actually, other than the sectional championship, how often did you run that race this winter because of your injuries?
I think I might have had 4 or 5 races this winter. Didn't run it all last year.
That's amazing. That shows amazing courage and dedication and resilience. So nice job.
Thank you.
Mason, what have you learned from wrestling, which is probably, I don't want to put it in a category, but it's one of the toughest sports ever. And by the way, you're all alone out there on a mat with somebody else. So there's nowhere to hide. And you end up winning the sectionals at 285. What have you learned from this experience?
Yeah, I think it taught me discipline to get stuff done on time and just work hard.
How often did you have to work during the year beyond what you thought you could?
Every day, our coaches made sure to really push us to be as best as possible. So,
And then the sectional championship, was that a close match or was it, I can't remember the exact score for that match.
yeah, so I ended up pinning him, I think. I don't remember what period, but I
What was
ended
the
up
toughest match in the whole sectional tournament?
let's see. Probably the match before that. I had to wrestle this guy who was all of 285, and wrestling someone who fills out the weight class, carrying all the weight is kind of hard.
That one. So when you got past him, did you feel pretty good that you had a good shot?
Yeah, I thought I had a better shot because that guy had beaten me before. So that kind of gave me the confidence to go into the finals and just do what I can do.
That's amazing, Mason. Awesome job. And then Mackenzie, talk a little bit about what you've learned from this experience as a senior on the championship girls team.
Yeah, I mean, I think every day, especially in your sports, you're going to run into people that come in that are better than you. You're going to run into your off days where you don't do as well as you would have hoped. But I think just picking yourself up from those bad experiences and from those days that you wish you didn't experience and going forward and just doing better one step at a time is really the most valuable thing that I've learned.
How long have you been involved in track and field?
All 4 years.
All four. You started as a freshman?
Yeah.
You did indoor. Are you going to do outdoor too?
Yep.
Have you always done the throws or have you done different events?
I've always done throws. I've done a couple of sprint races and I also ran cross country this year, but I'm mainly a thrower and I will stick
You
with
ran
that.
cross. All right. Quick
Yeah,
question. What did you enjoy more? Running 2.5 or 3 mile, whatever it is, 3.5 miles across country or throwing?
definitely throwing.
But I bet you the training in the fall helped you for the winter.
Yeah,
You
it
were in
was
great shape.
it was something.
Was that was that the first time you ran cross country or did you run cross country all 4
Yeah,
years?
it was kind of a bet between me and a friend of mine. We were like, let's run cross country together senior year. And then yeah,
Well, you did it though.
yeah. It was quite the experience.
Awesome job. And then Dre, what have you learned from this whole experience in terms of winning the sectionals but having to persevere through it and just the whole track and field?
I believe I learned hard work and patience because in shot, you're not going to always have a good day. You're not going to always throw it far. You're not going to always feel the strongest. And you have to just stick to it and you have to train every single day because one mess up ruins the whole thing. You got to have everything perfect for it to go as best as it could go.
Yeah, you're like in a way, whether it's shooting a basketball or playing golf, like if you start to get inside your head, your technique starts to go off. You could really end up in the tank, so to speak. So how
Yeah.
did you keep that mental toughness when you maybe didn't use the right technique and started to lose a little of your confidence and somehow make it to the most important throws and do your best?
I just shut everything out because from like playing football and everything, it was something you had to do to like stay focused. So I carried it over to track and I calmed down and just give my all.
And what positions did you play in football?
Running back and linebacker.
Yeah. So that taught you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Great job, Trey. All
Thank you.
right, last question, and anybody can jump in. We'll just let you kind of go, whoever wants to go first. What are your future plans? And then we'll throw in an adult, a staff member, teacher, whoever that's made a big impact on you. Who wants to go first?
We'll go first. So
All right.
I will be attending St. Bonaventure to play lacrosse, and a person that's really impacted me in my life definitely have to be one of my friend's dad, Terry Getz. He goes to Pittsford, a crosstown rival, but just the things he's done for me and stuff like that through my whole life. I wasn't able to play a lot of lacrosse due to my parents traveling because I have 3 other siblings, and he took me as like a second dad, and to that means everything. Like I lived with him pretty much all summer for the last 3 summers, and he's just taught me so much things, and like definitely the coaching staff that I've had for all throughout high school and stuff like that has taught me a lot.
St. Bonaventure is an awesome school, and playing lacrosse there's quite an achievement. So, and a great shout out to your. I don't think I've ever had a friend's father be a shout out. So that's pretty cool, Simon. Nice job.
Thank you.
How about you, Charlie?
I also plan on attending college. I'm not too sure yet, but I hope to either play club hockey or club golf. And a person who's really stuck out in my life is definitely Coach Ferrari. I've known him for a very long time, so since my brother was on the team, and he's just a coach who truly cares about you. If you're ever sick, he gives you a phone call that same day. Every day you see him, he's got a big smile on his face. That's how your day was. On and off the ice, he's taught me just so many life lessons that I'll never forget.
Well, Charlie, I've heard great stuff about you as a person. So You should be very proud of that. Celebrate the championship. And I know wherever you decide in college and what you're gonna, play, whether it's hockey, golf, or both, I think you'll do fantastic. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Who else wants to go next?
Yeah, I can go here. Uh, so next year I'm planning on attending college to get my doctorate in physical therapy is the ultimate goal, and just planning on either joining a club track team at wherever school I'm going to.
Hey, is your college gonna have a V at the beginning or not?
Potentially, it's that one's up there.
Just wondering. And how about a shout out?
Oh yeah, for a teacher to shout out, I definitely got to go with Mr. Weiss, the computer science teacher at the high school. He just does a really good job at being like he really fosters a like family-like setting in his classroom on top of just being one of the most passionate teachers that I've ever met. And he's done a great job of not just making a classroom about learning, but also about making connections between your classmates and also with him.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And he's one of his greatest strengths is he makes the real world learning occur in your classes. Sometimes he actually brings you to real world learning and businesses and things. So it's all connected. And I think he does an amazing job. And as I said earlier, Andrew, you're just a huge role model for everybody, and your perseverance and your tenacity is definitely something that is a role model for anyone out there. So congratulations, and whatever college you choose, you're going to do great. So.
Thank you.
But Emma, we don't have to worry about that with you. So what are your plans are to be a junior next year, right?
Oh yeah, since I'm only a sophomore, I'm not really sure about college yet, but I do
Oh,
continue to um participate in track and field throughout high school, and who knows where college is going to take me. So yeah, those are my plans for right now. But I would like to thank Mrs. Weist actually because she has been my biology and chemistry teacher for the last 2 years as a freshman and sophomore, and she has given me countless amounts of support, and she has put her dedication towards me. She's never given up on me when there's been ups and downs in my science, like in my science classes. She's always been there. She's always been willing to help me learn. She taught me about how perseverance and hard work can get you great things, and I really appreciate all the support that she's given me.
that's awesome. And what people don't know about you, many don't, maybe some, is that you're also an amazing artist. So are you going to keep doing that in your junior and senior year?
Yes, I plan to keep taking art classes.
You should, because you're fantastic at it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right, Mason.
I plan to go to college. I don't really know where, but
Well,
I
you're
want
only a
to.
junior.
Yeah, hopefully I figure it out soon. But I plan to do athletics in college if I can. That's something I want to do.
Now, what other sport do you play? Other sports besides, do you play football too?
Yeah, I'm playing football and I'm starting track. This is my first year, so
Outdoor track you're going to do?
yeah, I'm gonna do throwing.
I thought you might do throwing. That is great. That's going to be great too for the coordination and continuing to work on different muscle groups and stuff.
Definitely.
That's great. We're really proud of you, obviously, for what you've accomplished, and I'm thrilled that you're coming back next year. You're going to be a senior leader. So, person you want to shout out to?
Um, I'd like to shout out my coach, Mr. Cron Miller. He's a great guy, super funny, and since he's like the same size as me, he likes to like teach me everything he knows, and I really appreciate him for that. He's a great coach, and everybody likes him.
You don't actually give your full effort to pinning him, do you?
Uh, he's a little bit older now,
Yeah.
so
I just
wouldn't
wonder.
want to hurt him.
He's a great guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome shout out, Mason. Thank you, and thanks, congratulations on everything. Who else?
I can go next. Um, I will be attending SUNY Geneseo next year. I'm going to major in psychology, and I do plan on continuing track on the side. For teacher or coach shout out, I guess I'm gonna shout out Coach Horst. He really is one of those people that you can just go to with anything that you need. I mean, I've sat in his room for so many hours asking him for help with math, like calculus, because he knows how to do that somehow. Um, he's just one of those people that I've always been able to talk to about anything, and he'll always tell me the truth, whether or not I want to hear it, and I've really appreciated that about him.
That's awesome, Mackenzie. And Geneseo is a great school. You want to get into psychology, which is fantastic. You think you might
Yeah.
work with kids someday, or are you going to be more focused on adults?
I think more adults, honestly.
Okay. You never know, though.
You never know.
And I'm really glad you're going to continue with track and field. You're great at it, and you've been such an awesome leader in the senior class. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And then Dre, I think you're last but not least.
Yeah. I'm planning to attend college for football next year.
Have you figured now? Are you down to a few schools, or how's that process going?
Yeah, I'm down to a few schools.
Okay. And you definitely want to play football. You gonna throw too?
Um, I don't know. I may run. I may run in track. I don't know about throwing for
Awesome. And
college.
how about a shout out to someone?
I would shout out Coach Horst as well because he's a track coach, but he also taught me a lot about football and like that it's hard. And he went to school for football and track, so like we fit. Like he's like in the same boat I was. So
That's awesome. And he's a great role model for you as well.
yeah,
And good luck in the spring season. Good luck with all your choices. You've been a great role model for people as a senior, and we're definitely going to miss you next year.
thank
So
you.
this was one of my favorite town halls. You were fantastic, extremely well spoken, right from the heart, and we really appreciate you coming on and being great role models for all the other student athletes and anybody, honestly, at Victor Central School District. So thanks for taking the time. Oh, just a shout out too. It's actually not a shout out. A reminder I wanted to put in there Thursday, March 20th. That's in 2 days. It's World Down Syndrome Day. The theme is lots of socks. So people are supposed to wear their favorite socks. It fosters awareness and understanding of Down syndrome and all the unique qualities that make someone with Down syndrome such a positive role model for others. So we do a big celebration of that in Victor, and that's this Thursday. So try to remember that. And thank you to everyone for being on. Have a great night, and we'll be back in April. Take care, everybody. Thank you.